scammers frequently see seniors as low-risk and lucrative targets for elder fraud. Hi, I'm Liz, and today we're going to be covering how to detect telemarketing scams that target seniors, brought to you by Visiting Angels. If you enjoy our content, please make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Now let's get started. Each year, about 5 million American seniors fall victim to some form of fraud, with telemarketing scams being one of the most common deceptions. If you have elderly loved ones in your care, you need to take precautions ahead of time to prevent them from falling victim to telemarketing scams. This will save you a lot of trouble down the road. Why are seniors vulnerable to telemarketing scams? Elderly Americans are usually targeted because they frequently have large financial nest eggs. They're also chosen as targets because they're unknowingly vulnerable to telemarketing scams. Some vulnerabilities include higher rates of cognitive decline. A larger number of older adults experience some form of cognitive decline, which can leave them more susceptible to telemarketing scams. Becoming easily confused or having difficulty remembering conversations makes older adults prime targets, especially in situations where scammers are applying constant pressure on them to make a decision. Emotional vulnerability. Many seniors were raised to be polite and trusting. Telemarketing scammers exploit this type of personality because many seniors have difficulty saying no and hanging up the phone. In addition, scammers will often manipulate a loved one's desire to improve their physical or mental health by offering them bogus products or services for a fee. Lower likeliness to recognize or report fraud. Some seniors may not realize they have been scammed for weeks, months, or ever after the fraud occurred. Other times, your elderly loved one may be ashamed to admit they were duped or may not know who to contact to report the crime. And when older adults report scams, they may make poor witnesses if they have trouble recalling all the details. What are the most common types of telemarketing scams? Becoming familiar with common types of telemarketing scams is one way to prevent your loved ones from falling victim to elder fraud. Although there are many other types of telemarketing scams, the most common include medical identity theft. Medical identity theft involves a scammer claiming to be a Medicare representative. The scammer calls an elderly victim to obtain personal information such as Social Security number or medical ID number. After they have this information, they can use it for many things, including gaining access to the victim's financial resources. The grandparent con. The grandparent con is a simple scam that exploits a senior's love for their grandchildren. In the grandparent con, a scammer calls an elderly person and greets them by saying something like, "Hi Grandpa, can you guess who's calling?" After the victim guesses, the scammer asks for money for a financial hardship and tells the grandparents not to tell anybody about the monetary gift. The fraudulent accident. This scam attempts to convince a victim that a family member has been involved in an accident or has suddenly fallen ill and needs money immediately to pay hospital fees. Charity schemes. Charity schemes take advantage of the elderly person's good intentions. In this elder fraud scheme, the scammer pretends to be collecting donations for charity, usually occurring after natural disasters. The pigeon drop. This scam involves offering the senior a large sum of money if they pay a smaller sum of money first. The scammer claims to need this smaller sum to secure the promised amount, which may be an inheritance they have come into or a prize they claim the victim has won. How can I help my loved ones avoid falling for telemarketing scams? The simplest and most effective way to help your loved one avoid a senior scam is by having someone, such as an in-home caregiver, with them at home. An in-home caregiver can watch out for signs that your loved one is receiving fraudulent calls, alert family members of potential problems, offer a second opinion if your loved one has been targeted and doesn't know what to do. If possible, have a conversation with your older loved ones about recognizing and avoiding senior fraud. Tell them to take their time when making phone purchases and not to pay fees associated with free prizes. Remind them to always confirm the person they are speaking to is legitimate and to immediately report if they think they have fallen victim to a scheme. If you're interested in more information about how in-home care can help your senior loved one, contact Visiting Angels, America's Choice in Home Care. Our home care coordinators are available to discuss your senior's needs via a free consultation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.